Welcome back to another episode of Donio Sports. Let's go with the NFL predictions of anything because today is free agency. And it's a great day of being an NFL fan to see new players going to new places in overall the world. I mean, we have some crazy trades that happened in recent memories. The Max Crosby trade, and we had, the DJ Moore trade, Trey McDuffie trade. Some great things have happened in the NFL world right now. So let's just go diving in with this, okay? Max Crosby trade happened, 2 days ago. My Dallas Cowboys failed to get him. And, that trade was unbelievable. The Ravens, honestly, my Super Bowl favorites again. I've been a big Ravens Super Bowl favorites right now because I'm still waiting the day that the Ravens, because I think this Ravens team deserves a shot to win the Super Bowl. They have the overall the best roster in the AFC. They just can't get it up. And I think there's no more excuses after trading 2 first-rounders in this draft and next year's draft for Max Crosby. Now you get a perimeter edge rusher, and that defense is already phenomenal with Roquan Smith and Naheem and Kyle Hamilton. So it kind of is unbelievable right now with that. The thing is, and it really just depends on Lamar Jackson and the offense ability to can keep it up. And I really am I'm excited to see how this Ravens team looks healthy heading in. Honestly, Tyler Loop is the MVP for this team. If he doesn't miss that field goal, they're in the playoffs, and they probably don't even make this trade. And the Dallas Cowboys get him, and it is what it is, though. But and then Trey McDuffie, Kansas City traded him a couple days ago to the Rams, and the Rams, their window is right there. I think they're gonna have a shot to make the Super Bowl this year, being back in their stadium to be the only team to win the Super Bowl twice in their stadium in history would be epic if anything. So should see that. And then you had the DJ Moore trade for a second rounder. That was an okay trade. Josh Allen gets his weapon. A solid, not a true X receiver, but a solid receiver to help him. Also from Maryland, we see the last time they got a Maryland receiver, and his name was Stephon Diggs. That was chemistry right there. Okay. Oh, excuse me. But kind of shocking news in the these trades, and the new year won't start until tomorrow, and I can't wait to see that whole situation. So nothing really happened about these trades. So far, these trades have been really good. Let's go dive in with the whole NFL predictions. Okay, so we look at this right now. Also, we have already 2 signings of the free agency. Tyler Biotic is going to the Chargers for a 3-year contract after getting cut from the Commanders. So I really like that move, and plus the Chargers did lose their center due to retirement, so it makes sense. And then the Chargers also get a fullback from the Dolphins, Alka Ingold, for a 2-year contract. So kind of bolstering their offense a little bit to see what Mike McDaniel wants to do with his offense this year. Should be very interesting with that, okay? Enough of that. Let's go with this whole breakdown of this, okay? So we look at this free agency, okay? There's a lot of good players, a lot of good skills, a lot of good linemen, if anything, a lot of defense players, if I have to say, okay? So let's go with I'm going to start with the whole AFC East, okay? Let's go by division, okay? Let's go start with the Buffalo Bills, okay? Buffalo Bills, they just got DJ Moore. And I look at this, they kind of did this, if anything. They got their receiver they needed. They've been looking for to help, Josh Allen not be a Superman, if anything. Josh Allen, there's some expectations now. There's always been expectations, but you got a receiver now, so no more excuses for anything, okay? The thing about it is, I think they got to target the defense, okay? The defense, they got to get some run stoppers, if anything. I know they have a lot of young defensive tackles, but they need to stop this running attack, if anything. They did really good in that Broncos game, and the secondary kind of fell out. And they also did a trade Wayne Johnson, their cornerback, to the Raiders for I think a 7th rounder, if I'm correct. But it is what it is. Adding more draft capital because after losing the 2nd rounder, so pretty much that. But I'm going to be very intrigued if they're going to bring back Joey and AJ. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't bring him back. I think they're just going to revamp this defense and make it honestly better. After losing Sean McDermott, I think you're going to see a lot of Sean McDermott guys leaving this defense, and I think it's going to be a whole new era for this Joe Brady team, and I can't wait to see how it's done, pretty much. So maybe we'll see who they need. I think they could honestly get in this free agency. You look at it, a hot name. Kobe Dean could be very interesting, I gotta say. Boy Mafe, that would be a big swing. Jalen Phillips, Adolph Almi, and then John Frank Myers. Those edge rushers will be really interesting. And they brought back Connor McDavid, McGovern also. So getting him back was a big help with this team. So could see that with the whole situation with this team. Going to the other things. Let's go look at this. Trying to see this. Oh no, this is going to be a very interesting free agency. A lot of teams are going to spend some money, and I can't wait to see how these teams do it in this offseason. I really honestly can't wait with these teams. So yeah. Okay, okay. Oh, trying to think. Hmm. Okay. Nothing me talking about that. Okay. Now, maybe after talking about the Bills, that we already know they got to go for defense. Okay, going to the other team in their division, the team that was in the AFC, not the AFC, in this damn Super Bowl. My bad. The Patriots. I look at the Patriots. They got to get a receiver. They got to get a guy that's going to be an X factor after losing Stephon Diggs after cutting him a couple days ago. They got to get. And we'll see the whole AJ Brown situation if they're going to trade for AJ Brown. I mean, how would decline their trade for a first rounder? In a third round pick, if I'm correct with that. So they're trying. I wouldn't be surprised if Isaiah likely does come to the um, Patriots, if anything. So that would be interesting. He's from the Massachusetts area also. So don't be surprised if they also get Isaiah likely in this free agency. So big name with that. And their defense, I think they're going to bring back a lot of people, if anything. I mean, New England, it's kind of crazy to be a hot market again after a while, after the whole New England's era of anything. So, yeah. And another thing is, a lot of people are saying that don't be surprised if Christian Gonzalez gets a big contract also extension, and Trey McDuffie also got a big contract extension. So that money's going to keep going back and forth a little bit. So yeah, a lot of people say they're going to bring back probably Kevin Queso, the guy from the playoffs. I mean, 10.5 sacks, looked really good. So edge rusher is a big impact. They were also one of the guys trying to get Max Crosby, and they didn't, get Max Crosby. So I think they would honestly go with Jalen Phillips a little bit. I think Trey Hendricks is their big factor. They're going to try to get Trey Hendricks really bad. I mean, there's been talks with that whole contract situation, so maybe they try to get him. I wouldn't be surprised if Trey goes there. I think that's honestly my favorite, other than my Cowboys, to get Trey Hendricks. So edge rusher and receiving threat, if anything, and a little bit of the O line, if I have to say, for the New England Patriots in this free agency. Okay. Um, Going to the other teams in the division. So the Dolphins, I think they got to go get Malik Willis. I think this is Malik Willis's chance. I mean, Jeff Hafley is a former Green Bay Packer, of course, the DC from their recent memory of that. I think they get Malik Willis. After cutting Tyreek Hill, it's a new era, getting rid of Bradley Chubb. Don't be surprised with a lot of these guys and then the whole Tua situation. Okay, I don't even know if it's going to Tua situation. And they're still going to find a trade partner with that team, okay? I think their big swing is going to quarterback. And I think they got to go get Malik Willis. And I think Malik Willis will be fit phenomenal in Miami. And I will absolutely love that. I mean, him and Waddle, Achan, and the O line a little bit, it's getting better. I do like that. And the defensive side, I wouldn't be sorry if you get rid of Fitzpatrick, okay? Add some edge rushers with this team because I mean, Chop Robinson's really good, but they got to add more things. Linebacker core, I'm not worried about Brooks and all those guys. I think they're solid core of that. So I think, and in corner, they're going to draft corner. I wouldn't be surprised. Or they get Jamal Dean from the Bucks. That would be also an interesting pick. But I think their main goal, get Malik Willis or a quarterback right now, or get rid of the Tua situation. Got to find your guy. So if I'm a Dolphins quarterback situation, okay? Going to the Jets, I don't know what the Jets do. I mean, if Ty was here, we're going to talk about this, but the Jets, Kyler Murray, Malik Willis, it's Geno Smith maybe. That's, I don't know. I think their main goal is just build the O line, get a lot of defensive players, if anything, bring back Quincy Williams maybe, just bolsterize this team once again. I mean, there's talks about they're going to lose Quincy Williams. I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe they get a lot of veterans. I mean, Alex Alonso, a guy that, former been in the system, Eric Glenn, Demario Davis, former Jet, Kevin Byard. I mean, that would be interesting guys. So maybe a lot of veteran guys. And then I think this year is pretty much just a bridge of 27. I think their mainly focus is 2027 offseason. I think that 27 offseason is their mindset. Get a quarterback, get a receiver, get something with this team. And I really think, I mean, they franchised Brees Hall, but I don't know how that's going to look, if anything. I mean, I honestly think they should have just let him go and just build around this team a little bit, just restart the offense. That's my opinion with that. But yeah, so nothing to talk about the AFC, okay? AFC North. So let's go with the Ravens. They got edge rusher, okay? They got their guy, Max Crosby. I think they did the thing. I don't even know how much money they have. Their biggest concern, other than that, is now either get a weapon for Lamar Jackson. I think maybe get Marquise Brown back, and try your best to get Linderbaum back. Bolster that's the O line. The O line was terrible. Lamar Jackson got hurt so many times. They brought back Snoop a little bit, Snoop Huntley, but he's more of a backup quarterback, of course. But like they got to fix this O line. I don't even know where Tyler Linderbaum goes. I think Tyler Linderbaum is the hottest name at the O line situation. So they got to find a comfortable spot right there for this team. So two goals. I mean, you got edge rusher, check. Now help the offensive side get either a stub receiver. I mean, Marquise Brown would be a valuable name in this. Alec Pierce, I don't think he would. I don't think they have the money for that. Um, Rashid Shaheed would be very interesting. Mike Evans, ooh, that would be very. I'm telling you, I'll say that for sure. Warner Robinson, he's not going there, of course. I don't think they want to do a small receiver again. I mean, he's 5'8", 5'9". I mean, Zay Flowers is 5'9". Romeo Dobbs would be a very interesting name right there. You know, if anything, I think they're going to have to go to get Marquise Brown, a former Raven. I think he's already hinted him coming back a little bit. So very interesting with that. Okay, Bengals. Bengals. Okay, so I look at the Bengals. I don't even know. They just got to fix defense. They're losing Trey Hendricks. I mean, I don't even know if they have the money for this. I think they just got to get a bunch of veterans and bolster out the whole line. I mean, the Bengals, it's just the same cycle. Same cycle. Same cycle. And I don't know. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins are ain't getting younger. They got to find something to fix this defense. And I think their only thing is defensive O line. I don't know who they pay. I don't know who they get. That's all I got to say. I don't even know how much money they got. So they got to find a way with that, okay? Cleveland, O line. Just O line. I mean, they traded for Tyson Howard a couple days ago from the Texans. They're losing all five linemen, so they got one lineman fixed. Just fix O line. That's the thing. And then the whole quarterback battle a little bit of Deshaun Watson and Shador Sanders should be very interesting with that. Maybe I think they'll draft the receiver. I think they'll draft Tate, so I don't think they'll go after receiver in this free agency a little bit. Maybe just add. I mean, you're gonna lose Devin Bush probably. Maybe add more secondary help with Denzel Ward. Maybe they trade Denzel Ward. I don't know. Maybe get another edge rusher, if anything, to help Miles Garrett with this defense. I mean, they have two picks in this draft also, so I don't think they're miscued with that. So should be a very interesting thing, but we'll, of course, talk about the Browns later in this free agency, of course. Steelers. You have a defense. I think you got to get a receiver. I mean, Stephon Diggs is out there. Alec Pierce is out there. Who else is? I mean, I think their main mindset is just get receiver. And of course, we'll see if Aaron Rodgers wants to come back. If Aaron doesn't come back, Kyler Murray. That's my other option. So Kyler Murray or A-Rod is your two quarterbacks right now for the team. I mean, they're saying they're believing in Will Howard. Do I believe in Will Howard? No. Maybe they record me at this section, if anything, but I do not believe in Will Howard to be the guy, if anything. So, yeah, in the run game, I mean, you got Gainwell. We'll see if they want to bring back Gainwell a little bit. They cut John Smith a couple of days ago. The O-line department, I mean, I look at the O-line there. It's okay. Aaron Rodgers did get hit a lot, so maybe they go get – I mean, Isaac Saloom, they're at left guard, is a free agent offseason too. Maybe they got another guy in the O-line. Maybe they draft a lineman. I don't know. It's a very situation with that. I mean, Jalen Ramsey, I think they're going to move him back to corner. Asante Samuel, there are talks about they're going to bring back Asante Samuel Jr. probably, likely. I wouldn't be surprised with that. His dad played in Pennsylvania, so maybe it's just stay in Pennsylvania a little bit. So would it be that? And I think it's going to get more safety help, if anything. Oh, that name, Bursker, the safety. That's my prediction for the Steelers. They're going to get Bursker. He's from Penn State. He wants to come back. I mean, that would be a great pick for Pittsburgh to get a safety like that. Pair him with Jalen Ramsey, T.J. Watt, Cameron Hayward, and then Patrick Queen might get cut. I don't know. We'll see later soon. But those are the big things for this team, and Jody Porter also. So don't be surprised with that. So both tries the secondary a little bit because that secondary was so don't be surprised that, and then O-line a little bit, and we'll see if Aaron Rodgers does come back or not. So that's my thing, and that AFC North is just getting tougher and tougher for this team. Okay, AFC South. Let's go with the Texans. O-line. I mean, they extended Trent Brown a couple days ago. Brought him back for a 1-year deal contract, so he's coming back. And I just think this team, both sides, interior O-line and O-line. And we'll see the whole receiver situation and the running back they got, David Montgomery. That's a great trade. That's also the trade I forgot to talk about. You got your power running back a little bit. So after cutting Joe Mixon, kind of help with that. So I think you just got to find O-linemen. I mean, there's a couple good linemen in this thing. I just don't know if they have the money. I mean, they could go get Tyler Linderbaum. I mean, that would be a home run move for this team. Or maybe go get Isaac Saloom. would be a great pick. Zion Johnson would be a really good player for this team. Jeremiah Olum will be good. Rashad Walker. So there's a couple good linemen for this team, and they also extended Dalton Schultz a couple days ago too. So very interesting, and Elijah Ver Tucker. So there's a couple good linemen for this team. So hopefully they get a lineman, help CJ. I mean, help CJ get some protection, and CJ doesn't look, a little confused in the backfield, and hopefully he doesn't throw four picks again in the game because maybe I'll honestly get quarterback competition. I mean, we'll see. So that's a Texas situation. They'll figure it out though, of course, because I think the Texans will make the playoffs every single year with their team. Okay, because D'Amico Ryans ain't going anywhere. Okay, Colts. You got to figure your quarterback situation. They put a weird tag on Daniel Jones, and I don't know how they're going to do Daniel Jones and how it's going to look. I mean, Daniel Jones, yeah, it's just like coming off Achilles. There's also talks of maybe potential Kyler Murray could be very quarterback battle right there. Anthony Richardson tradable. They may trade him to the Rams. They just got to find the quarterback spot right now because this team, we forget they were 7-1, 7-2 a little bit, and they just went 8-9 and just choked and missed out. I mean, I feel bad for Colts fans. Every single year they choke 8-9 or 9-8. It just sucks being a Colts fan, honestly. I know how it feels, Colts fans. At least imagine trying to lose the playoffs every year. It kind of sucks. Okay, imagine being a Cowboys fan. So yeah, I'd rather be like that. Yeah, they don't even have their first round pick. The Jets have their pick. They have a 16 pick, so they don't have their pick next year. So they got to figure some quarterback situation in this offseason. So yeah, and then they're losing a couple players. I mean, Latu's going to be a big thing for this. I mean, he's a rookie guy they drafted last year or 2 years ago. We're still waiting for him to have a breakdown. So Keelan Payne is a free agency. We'll see if they want to bring him back. Nick Cross, a lot of secondary guys, if anything, are a big thing. And Alec Pierce, I think Alec Pierce is gone. I mean, they're concerned with Daniel Jones. I think Alec Pierce wants to be a true number one. And he wants to get that big money, that number one. I mean, he's a great receiver for this team. They still got Pittman and Josh Downs and Tyler Warren. So don't be surprised if Alec Pierce says, I got to go. I got my cha-ching. Okay? So I think they just got to bring back a quarterback, if anything, to fix this team and maybe improve the edge rusher development. Okay? Jags. Your goal has to get Devin Lloyd back. You got to bring Devin Lloyd somehow back on this team because Devin Lloyd, it still is confusing why they did not. I love what Liam Cohn did, but he was so much against putting a bet on these players and saying, like, you know what, prove it on me. Prove it. Prove me why I should have given you that extension. Why? Because, like, not bringing back Devin Lloyd was kind of stupid. Now Devin Lloyd's going to open the market, and he's like, you know what, payday for him, and that's just stupid by them a little bit. So losing Devin Lloyd is going to be a big loss, so you got to find a way to get Devin Lloyd back. Etienne, he's gone. They don't even want to bring back Etienne because kind of like, you forget, they drafted 2 running backs last year. And I don't know. It's just still. I mean, they got Tutin and then they got another guy. I forgot the other guy who they have, but 2 running backs in the same draft class is kind of unbelievable. So, yeah, wouldn't be surprised that maybe get another veteran defensive lineman a little bit. Maybe they could get Tyler Algier, help 3-back running back. I don't know. We'll see with the whole situation with them. But their main goal has to bring back Devin Lloyd. Okay, Devin Lloyd has to come back. I know he was disappointed the first 3 years, but they got to bring him back, and that's the mindset for this team. If I'm saying the Jags, if they want to repeat for this team, and maybe they trade Brian Thompson. I don't think they should. No, do not trade Brian Thompson. But it's whatever. Yeah. Tennessee, get help. Help Cam Ward with weapons. There's talks with Juan Robinson, Juan Jennings, Kenneth Walker, maybe Tyler Gier, J.K. Dobbins. I don't know. Make the offense Cam Ward friendly. Okay? Get some weapons. Help this guy. Cam Ward is unbelievable. This guy, you look at the highlights of Cam Ward, he's throwing crossbody, looking like little Mahomes, if anything. This guy deserves to be a potential quarterback for this team. I mean, he just needs weapons. Okay? Give him some weapons, and he'll be good. Defense, they traded away Sweat. They got Jeremiah Johnson, or Jermaine Johnson, my bad. Get some corners, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, because they only returning 1 outside corner. Yeah, just need. That's it. Corners. Yeah. Big help with that. And then centers, I mean, maybe get the O-line a little better. I mean, Dan Moore is not that guy. If anything, I really am concerned about that, but it is what it is. So maybe just get weapons. Waldo Robinson is a big key for this team if they want anything. Because you forget, they have the most cap space too for this team. So wouldn't be surprised if they go crazy in this free agency. So they might have a Texans or Patriots type of offseason, if anything, spend a lot of money, okay? So big things should be coming to Tennessee, okay? Denver, AFC West. There are talks right now of running back. They want to get a running back. They really want to get another running back to competition of RJ Harvey. Okay, JK is not coming back. So Kenneth Walker, Tyler Jeer, Sean White, big names. Maybe it's a very interesting move, if anything, for this team. Um, yeah, it's just like I don't know. I just look at this team when it comes to running backs. It's like they do need a running back because don't get me wrong, ETN, Rico Dallo could be a good one. Yeah, there's just a lot of good running backs in this one that do you think they deserve a payday? So it's up to the Broncos if they want to help Bo Nix and the whole Bo Nix drama with Sean Payne. I don't know what's going on with that. They'll hopefully fix it by the end of the season because we forget they were if they were Bo Nix played they could be in the Super Bowl right now. So a lot of yeah, a lot of things with this team. Okay, um, maybe add more linebacker help if anything. Okay, I mean Greenlaw's really good. We'll see if he's going to be a big role if anything. And then you have Alexander who's a free agency, and then Justin Strand. I don't know if he's coming back or not. I mean John Franklin, they are losing him, so maybe they just got to get some defensive help with linebacker depth and get a running back. Those are two big keys for the Broncos if they want to come back and run it back to be the AFC West champs. Okay, Chiefs. They're losing a couple good players. They're losing Leon Chanel. They're losing Jalen Watson, and they're losing Brian Cook, and then Kelsey possibly. Okay, and the running backs are empty. So you got some big things for the Chiefs right now. And Marquise Brown. Goal one, running back. Okay, either Etienne or Kenneth Walker, or draft one. Two, let Jalen Watson go. Okay, you don't pay corners. They don't. They don't never pay their corners. So let that happen. Brian Cook. Nah, I don't know if they bring back Brian Cook. I want them because if they don't take Caleb Downs, and I'm like woohoo. But if they bring him back, they don't bring him back. Then I think their main goal is to bring back Leon Shell. Leon Shell is a great linebacker for this team. Honestly, best linebacker on this team, better than Nick Bolton. So I think you got to do that. And then Kelsey, they got two picks in the draft. That's a good thing though. But I don't think Kelsey's coming back. And they bring back Kelsey last dance, woohoo! But main goal, I think this Chiefs team, I think you tank. You tank for the next 2 years and just Jeremiah Love, Jeremiah Smith. That's what I think the Chiefs should do. And I think that would be unbelievable for this team if they get somehow the best receiver in the best running back in this draft, and the best receiver next year would be unbelievable. But that's my opinion on it. But I just say things. And also bring back Tyreek Hill. Just saying, because Tyreek Hill is a free agency, and you need some weapons, and run it back with one of the best duos. And yeah, I mean, why not run it back? Um, yeah, yeah. Okay, enough of me talking like that with that situation. And also Chris Jones, and maybe add another Brett Rusher. Maybe I don't know. Raiders. They just traded away Max Crosby. You have two draft picks in this draft. They're going to take Fernando. They're going to take a receiver probably or an edge rusher. Okay. If I'm the Raiders, your job, Jalen Watson. You got no, never mind. Never Jalen Watson. Never mind. They got Warren Johnson a couple days ago. So or today or like yesterday. So never mind with that situation. So Quandre Walker, the linebacker, get another edge rusher, maybe Jalen Phillips, Kobe Bryant, Shaheed, and yeah. Because Clint Kubiak, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of Seattle players go to the Raiders because of, former, Seattle coach right now. I mean, they just won the Super Bowl and everything, so wouldn't be surprised by that, okay? And they brought, I think a former DC or something like that. I don't know who the DC for the Raiders is, but, yeah. Don't be surprised if you're going to see a lot of former Seattle players come into the Raiders, so wouldn't be sad, like Roquan Willen, could be a very good pick for this team, so that's the thing with the Raiders. And the Raiders, I think it's a 2-year plan. We'll see how Fernando does. I hope he doesn't die, and I pray they do get a veteran quarterback to help. Don't throw Fernando in the fire right away because I don't think you should. But yeah, nothing me talking about that though for the Raiders. Chargers, they just got Biotic. I think you just rebuild this O line and make it better because Justin Herbert was quote unquote the most sacked quarterback last year, had the worst O line because of health. Just stay healthy and bring another running back. Challenge Hampton. And a lot of people are saying Kenneth Walker should go to the Chargers. I don't know how I feel about that, but should be very interesting with that. I mean, kind of like run a duo like that. Hampton and Kenneth Walker. That would be a deadly duo. Kind of a baby Sonic and Knuckles, maybe. I don't know, but yeah. Talks about probably potentially AJ Brown or Tyreek Hill a little bit. Get another weapon because I don't know if Keelan Allen's coming back. Should be that defense. Get edge rushers. I mean, try to get Adolf Maya coming back. The secondary, I'm not worried about that. Linebacker core, not worried about this. I mean, this defense, I'm not worried. They're solid. I know they're losing Jesse Minter, but this defense is very solid, and I'm not worried about this team. I mean, they just got to get the O line done and make it better. I mean, they just cut Maton Becton a couple days ago, and he was signed a 3-year contract with the team, so it makes sense with that. So Tyler Linderbaum could be a very interesting name. Maybe we'll move to guard, but they just got Biotic, so I don't think that's going to happen, if anything. But enough of the AFC side. Let's go to the other conference, the NFC side, and let's talk with my Cowboys. So my Dallas Cowboys. What I think my Dallas Cowboys should do. Okay. Defense. Okay. First player I want to go get is Trey Hendricks tomorrow or today. Then Kobe Dean, Reed Blankenship, a former Eagle or something like that, Jalen Phillips, something like that, okay? Because you have Christian Parker on this defense, and I think Christian Parker's going to get a lot of former Eagle players. Either we're going to get Reed Blankenship or we're getting Kobe Dean. One of those two, okay? I don't think we're going to get Jalen Phillips. If we don't hit on Trey Hendricks, it's fine. I'm not upset about that. It's completely fine with that whole situation if we don't get Trey Hendricks. He's a great player. It's just he's going to be age 30 next year, 31, around that range. So I don't want Jared to put all his money in the bag. I know he was trying so hard to get Max Crosby, and we didn't get that because we didn't want to give him 2 first-rounders, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll move on with that. And in secondary, I hear a lot of this guy named Taylor, Antonio Taylor or something, Anton Taylor. He's a very solid corner. I will absolutely love him, and he's a good slot corner. And excuse me. But that would be really good if anything, though. And going to another thing in this draft. Oh, excuse me. Oh, still recovering from a sickness right now. So yeah, back to my Cowboys talk, okay? And with the Cowboys, I think they just got to get some defense players and help this team. And I'm not worried about the offense. We know the offense is phenomenal. Maybe get a right tackle or left tackle to because Terrence Steele, we hate Terrence Steele a little bit, but yeah. So defense. Okay. Giants. Tyler Linderbaum. Main focus Tyler Linderbaum. Will John bring back Tyler Linderbaum on his team? Is your main goal. They cut Bobby Okora. Cap room is not looking good. Walter Robinson is going to leave. And there's talks about the get potentially Kenneth Walker to put a competition with Cam Scatabo. I don't know where the Giants are heading. It's a whole new situation. I don't even know what John's trying to do. I don't think the Giants are going to be competitive next year. I think it's going to be it's going to be, if anything, they'll be competitive in 27, in my opinion. There's still a lot of things this team got to work on. So I definitely think, though, Tyler Linderbaum is their main focus and fixing this O-line so Jackson Dart does not die like the past quarterback he had, and it was Daniel Jones, okay? O-line. And Walter Robinson is out of there, so yeah. And Micah McFarland, that's another guy they might bring back. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe just fix the linebacker core, if anything, with that, okay? Tremaine Edmonds, hot name right there, okay? Philadelphia. Blankenship is gone. They're trying to get Phillips come back on a 20-year, $20 million contract right now. I don't know if he'll come back or not. And then you got who else is there? I'm trying to get N'Kobe Dean gone. Jalen Carter's up for trade now. I don't know how that makes sense. It makes no sense. And just extended Jordan Davis, so yeah. AJ Brown still talks to the trade. Dallas Goedert leaving. They're probably gonna get David Njoku, most likely. Yeah, I don't know what Philly's heading to. I don't know what Philly wants to go do. And they were trying to get Max Crosby too. Philly might be screwed. They got their Super Bowl at least though, but I don't think Philly runs it back if they can't bring back this team. And if they lose Blankenship, I mean, don't get me wrong, Andrew Mabuka is really good, so we'll see how that goes. But losing Blankenship, losing Dean, losing Phillips is going to be big time. So they're trying to get Phillips come back. So if he doesn't come back, I don't know how it's going to look. And maybe the receiver core. I mean, AJ Brown. It's going to be the Devontae Smith show, if anything. So should be interesting with that. And then Jalen Hurts really depends on that. So Philly should be dominant, but it's just if their play calling can be compatible. And we'll see how this Packers OC or quarterback coach does for them. So yeah, enough of that. Commanders. A lot of people saying Commanders are going to be big spenders, and I do think that because the Commanders do spend a lot of money. They're trying to get their get back from last season. They have no draft picks. Trey Hendricks, Kenneth Walker, Tyler Lindenbaum, those three guys are the main things for this team. Rashid, Brandon Ayuk is confirmed there no matter what because he's gone. So I think Brandon Ayuk is a Commander. So they're going to be big spenders. I think the Commanders are going to be competitive next year. It depends on how they attack this offseason. They're going to be attacking so hard because they got a lot of cap space. That's the thing is when you have a quarterback on a rookie contract, it is time to spend money, and they're going to do everything to spend money to bolster this team. And last year they went older route and they kind of got screwed. So yeah, and there's possible that Zach Ertz maybe come back. I don't know. Debo's not though. So just build this team around Jaden Daniels and make it happy and make this defense actually competent and really good. So Commanders, spend money. Make this team back a good and look really good, okay? And Jalen Phillips will be a great player if they get him too. So just fix this team. Okay. Chicago. Edge rusher. Edge rusher. Trey Hendricks is their favorite, and they're going to try and throw a bunch of money at Trey to pair him with, Montez Sweat and other individuals on the team. They cut Tremaine Edmonds a couple days ago. So, yeah, and Deshaun Wright is a free agent. They're also going to try their best to get Kevin Byard to come back. So, and Berserk is gone. So Kevin Byard is their main goal to bring him back. Trey Hendricks, center Drew Aller, which I'm still shocked how Drew retired at 27, but football is a tough sport for everyone, so it is what it is. They did get a trade though with the Patriots getting their center though, Garrett Cranberry or something like that. I don't even know. They're fine with that now. Okay, just get Trey Hendricks. That's the Chicago's goal. After missing on Max Crosby, Trey Hendricks. Okay, heading to Detroit. Edge rusher, also Trey Hendricks. Maybe get David Ojobu, former Raven and teammate of Aiden Hutchinson. Could be interesting. So, edge rusher, tackle, got to get a lineman. I mean, get some depth with that. I mean, center. Brock Hoffman, watch him. I wouldn't be surprised if Brock Hoffman is a Detroit Lion at the end of this free agency. So, would be a great name, and I think Brock Hoffman is an underrated player for this team. Okay. Okay. And after losing Montgomery, maybe they get Tyler Algier, kind of the same type of running back like Montgomery a little bit. If they don't want to spend too much on money on that, so kind of makes sense. But if I'm the Lions, edge rusher, maybe get a good, decent corner, and then get in a replace of that old line, interior left tackle and center, in my opinion, with this old line. So we'll see with that. Packers, got to get in our corner. Got to get in there. Greg Newsome from the Jags. I don't know if the Jags brought him back or not. That's a hot name, if anything. Or just get a corner overall. Just a true corner. Because that team got exposed big time in the Chicago game. And Caleb Williams Colson Loveson kind of killed that team. And they made a trade for Franklin a couple of days ago. So Quan Walker is not coming back confirmed a little bit. So wouldn't be surprised at that. And the tier D-line, got to bolster that a little bit. Rashawn Gary, I don't even know what the whole situation with that's going to be. Kraft, I think he's a free agent too, so I don't know. They're trying to bring back Kraft. Dobbs is gone. So, yeah, and I think Alec Pierce is rumored about that. Also, back to, there's a whole situation with that too, so I don't know. Yeah, maybe they get Alec Pierce, maybe, if they have money. They just got to, the Packers just, they're 7-seed merchants, and this is the last year for Matt LaFleur to get it done. If he doesn't get it done, they're not making it back, and he's going to get fired possibly. So he's on the hot seat. So get a true corner and all that. And Rasheed Walker's leaving too, so they got to fix that O-line too a little bit. So, yeah. Minnesota. I look at Minnesota. is they need a quarterback, of course. JJ McCarthy, not that. Quarterback. And who do they need that quarterback be? Possibly Kyler Aaron. And it's most likely Kyler just doesn't fit, in my opinion. I don't know how he's going to be with Kevin OC or KOC. I don't know. He doesn't fit play action. He doesn't have good mid accuracy throw. He's a great long ball, great dual threat. I don't know how he fits that system. I don't. Kevin OC does not have that type of quarterback in recent memory, and I don't. I just don't know if it's going to work or not. Maybe Gino. People are saying Gino could be the quarterback. Tua. They just got to find QB competition. Anything after missing Sam Darnold, they just need competition. And the defensive side, there's talks about getting rid of Jonathan Greenlaw. Maybe I don't like that move or anything, or Greenland. And then they got to get a safety because after losing Harrison Smith was a big loss. They got to figure that spot a little bit. And a little bit of secondary, too. I mean, Sean Wright would be a great guy to get for this defense, a 6'4 receiver across the division. Would be a great guy for this team. So maybe they get that. I mean, just get quarterback competition. That's their mindset, if anything. And also bring back Ryan Kelly was a big thing, too. And the O-line, I'm not worried about the O-line a little bit. So maybe some health a little bit there, okay? NFC South. NFC South. Falcons. You're losing Kirk. Also, Kirk could be an option for the Vikings also. Losing Algier. I just think you got to get another corner maybe. I don't even know. This team's good. We'll see what, Kevin Stefanski does. There's talks about probably potentially Kyle Pitts getting traded. I don't know where the Falcons go. Maybe quarterback competition, if anything, for Michael Penix because this team has no excuses. They don't. They finished 8-9 again. They just need to stay healthy. So that's what I'm thinking about the Falcons. Panthers. They're letting go Rico. Maybe bring back another running back. Add some running back help. I mean, never mind. Not even you got Brooks and ETN. Maybe another receiver. Coker. I'd bring back Coker possibly. Tight end. David Njoku, Dallas Goddard could be a good thing. O-line's good. On defense, edge rusher could be a good thing. You add some edge rushers with that. Secondary, I think you need a quarterback too. Quarterback two is a big thing because I don't know J.C. Horn could do it all by himself, and Michael Jackson Jr. or something like that, or whatever his name is. He's decent. Mike Jackson, he's decent, but I don't think he's the best corner two. So maybe possibly get another corner two for this team, and that could be helpful. I'm not worried about the safeties either, so maybe get another safety. One of that option for the Panthers because this Panthers won the division 8-9 last year, almost beat the Rams in a tight contest also, so could do that. I don't know. I think the Panthers just got to get some help on that defensive side a little bit, especially in the secondary. And the O-line, of course, you got to help the O-line, of course. And maybe some linebacker depth to help this team. Saints, I think they're going to be more sellers, if anything. You got to get a weapon, too. Let go AK, too. Get a tight end. Saints, I'm just very confused how they won a couple games. They have the 8th pick. It's just the whole team. It's so bad. Such a bad team. Tyler Still's good. 27 next year. Maybe some quarterback competition, maybe? No. But you got cap space. I just don't know who they'll go after. I mean, maybe just bolster the defense. Maybe bring back Lattimore. You're going to lose Taylor, confirm a little bit. Davis, Cam Ward. A lot of those veteran guys are leaving. So it's going to be a whole new era for this defense for the Saints. So a lot of young players I wouldn't be surprised for this defense to go after. And hopefully the Saints can figure it out because, the Saints team, they beat a lot of competitive teams in their division. And they were competitive at the end of the season. So building momentum for this team. So maybe they have a shot. Would be interesting for this team. So, yeah, just more than likely just get secondary help and just make a younger defense with this team. Bucks, get an edge rusher. You got to get an edge rusher. I mean, Trey Hendricks could be your guy a little bit. Phillips, just overall get someone that's going to be attacking the quarterback because that defense kind of missed that last year because they didn't get to the quarterback that much. Get a linebacker also because, David's getting old really quick. Jamal Dean, he's gone, so I don't be surprised he leaves. Safety, I'm not worried about that. Antoine Wilford and then other individuals in that safety room. Mike Evans is gone. Maybe they might bring back Mike Evans. We'll see if that. But Kate Otten's also a free agent, so it's a lot of things this team has to do. And the Bucks, hopefully, they bring back these guys. And I think their main idea is to probably get Mike Evans Mike Evans back, possibly, and Trey Hendricks or an edge rusher for this team. That's the two things this team had to go and get some linebacker depth for this team. So those are the three big things I think the Bucks have to do this free agency because they're going to lose Rashid White also. So yeah, Cardinals quarterback. I have a bold take. Zach Wilson will be the Cardinals quarterback. You know why? Because I think Matt LaFleur. You forget he was his OC for the Jets, and he liked him a little bit. And I think Zach Wilson deserves another shot as a starting quarterback in this league, and I think he would be perfect. Or Malik Willis, one of the two, would be great for this team. Okay? Or Jimmy G. There's talking about Jimmy G possibly going there. If Jimmy G is a starting quarterback again, I'm going to lose my mind. Okay? We saw when he was on the Raiders. Blech. Okay? I wouldn't make sense in my opinion with that. Okay? So, one of those individuals in that. Cardinals running back, losing. They're going to cut James Conner possibly. Receivers, I'm not worried about. Trey McBride, he's good. The O line, maybe they gotta make it better. Okay. Defense, secondary is okay. They're gonna lose Thompson, Jalen Thompson, or like I don't even know how his name. Yeah, I think Jalen Thompson, if I'm correct with that, or John Thompson. I don't know, one of those guys. They're gonna lose him. Hope the Cowboys get him. I just think they just gotta figure out the quarterback room, and I think that they gotta find that identity in the run back, the backfield, pretty much where this team's gonna head. Okay. That's what the Cardinals need to do. Find that identity, okay? Rams. They're losing 2-2, most likely. They got the secondary help. Maybe add more secondary help, if anything. I mean, they got brought by Cam Curl also. The Rams are perfect, dude. They're in a stellar spot. I think the Rams, they just got to maybe add more additions, if anything. Maybe find a replacement Rob Hartenstein. That's my other thing. Bolsters the whole line, make it younger. Defensive line, I mean, that's perfect. Linebacker room's perfect. Just secondary, if anything. I mean, you got a true corner. They just extended Trent McDuffie, highest paid corner. I mean, that's the identity of that. Yeah. I mean, the Rams are just on point. Niners. Niners are going to be buyers. Alec Pierce, Joey Bosa, a linebacker potentially, and in a corner, and maybe an O lineman, backup O lineman, Trent Williams. They're going to be buyers for free agency. I think the Niners are going to go crazy, and they're going to be back. And I think the Niners are going to be competitive, really competitive next year with the team they have upcoming. So that's what I think they need to do. They got to get rid of Brandon Ayuk, add Alec Pierce, get an edge rusher, get Joey Bosa's Nick Bosa's brother, okay, and then add some linebacker depth. And then get a corner potentially. And this team's back. And then add some lineman depth also. I mean, we don't know what Trent Williams is going to be if he's coming back or not. Get that. That would be really good for this team. Okay? Oh. And let's go with to end it off, the Super Bowl champs. Seattle. They have a lot of cap space. It is up to them if they want to bring back these individuals. K9, Josh Lowe, Raekwon Willen, and Kobe Bryant, Boy Mafe. A lot of guys. It's up to them if they want to bring back. And Rashid Shaheed. What do they do? I think you try your best to bring back the running back, but if they don't want to run it back, I mean, I don't think Seattle's going to run it back. I don't know why Seattle's not going to put their money in Kenneth Walker. Josh Loeb. Kobe Bryant was meh. Boy Mafe, meh, because of Derek Hall. And we don't even know if D-Law's coming back. D-Law's potentially retirement. I don't know why Seattle's not tackling aggressively in this. I mean, they just won Super Bowl, but, guess what? New Year's around the corner. You're the Super Bowl champs of the 2025-26 season. Guess what? 26-27 is around the corner. And we'll see who they play. Maybe Rams week 1. Maybe Cowboys. Patriots. I don't know. Chiefs. Yeah. We'll see. But, yeah. So, that is my free agency outlier for this team. There's going to be another video, of course, in the coming days, of course. But that's just me yapping about, free agency and all that stuff. So, thank y'all for joining this episode of Don't Know Sports. So, like and subscribe, and let's explore. Well, let's the let's the havoc begin in free agency now. Doom. Yeah. Y'all have a great day.